Hi friends, today I'll share with you the pattern for this shawl which I made. Now here we see that we make the flowers and this net pattern alternately in this shawl, or you can make blanket or baby blankets. So whatever you want to make, or scarf. First of all, we'll understand how we go about in this pattern. Now this is a combination of this net and the flower, and we have to count how many stitches we have in one set of flower, or let's say the pattern, because basically the pattern is this square which has, let's say, the net on the corners and flower in the center, or vice versa. So since the focus is on the flowers, so we will count according to the flowers. Now if we start counting the stitches, so this is basically 1 2 3. So we'll start from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So up to here, if we count, this is 15 stitches. Now this has number of rows also, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So basically the 7 rows and 15 stitches make up one pattern in this design. So when we have to count the width of our work, so what we can do is, we will not be counting in multiples of 15, because when you come to the next pattern, next set of design, you'll see that this 3 stitches are common. So then if you leave this, let's see, we start counting from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So basically it is 12. So how we count for the pattern is, multiples of 12 plus the 3 which is common between the set of flower, or the one set of the pattern design, which is repeated. So multiple of 12 plus 3. And since I have made this edging on both sides, so although this appears to be a 3 stitch, but since we have already counted one of them in the basic pattern, so what we do is we count 2 stitches on the each edge. So the pattern, how you are going to calculate your width, is multiple of 12 plus 3 plus 4 for the edges. So if I have to make, let's say, 3 flowers, it will be multiple of 3, which is multiple of 12. In 3 times I have to count 12, that is 36, plus 3, so 39 is my pattern. And if I have to make the edge, so I have to add 4 more stitches, so that is 43 stitches. So I'll be needing a chain of 43 foundation chains. Now if in this video I'll show you the pattern for 2 flowers. So for that, what we'll do is 2 into 12, which is 24, plus 3, the common 3 stitches. So 27 stitches we need for the pattern, and 4 stitches that we need for the edges makes it 31 chain. So basically what we need for 2 flower pattern is a chain of 31 stitches. So I've already made this 31 stitches chain here. Now how we start is, since you have already got one chain, because when you start, the first stitch is always a set of chain. So 2 chain or a 3 chain, that's how you count your first double crochet. Now all this work is in double crochet. So what we do is, we only chain 1 extra, because this already has 31 stitches, so 1 extra. And now what we'll do is, we will make double crochet in each of these stitches, but we start from the 3rd stitch from the hook, the 3rd chain from the hook. So starting the 3rd, these first double crochet that we make in the 3rd chain, we will have 31 double crochet, which is actually 30 double crochet and plus 1 double crochet, which will be the chain 2 part. So we make our foundation chain like that, and then we start with the pattern. So here we have made our base, the foundation stitches, the foundation chain, and one double crochet row. So now we'll start with the pattern. So here if you see the first row that we have, so this portion we'll be making. So first we'll have 3 double crochet, and then we will have these 3 squares. So let's see what we do is, now we'll chain 2 and turn the work. You can either chain 2 or chain 3 as you are comfortable with your stitches. If you have a tight hand, make 3. If you have a little loose hand, make 2. So 2 chain, turn the work, and in the next stitch you double crochet, and in the next stitch 1 double crochet again. So we have 3 stitches here. This chain 2 will count as 1 double crochet, and we made 2 more, so we have 3 double crochet here. Now what we do is chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next you double crochet. Again chain 1, skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and this time we will make 3 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So basically 1 double crochet in each stitch. Now in this pattern you will not be having 2 stitches in the same stitch, so it will not be that case. So we'll have 1 stitch over the other. So now we have done this portion of the pattern, the first part that we have done. Now we will have 5 of these squares. So basically chain 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch and double crochet in the next, again chain 1, skip and double crochet in the next. So you do it like 5 times and you make 5 squares. So skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch, again chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet in the next. So now we have 5 squares. So this will be a filled up portion. So we'll have 3 double crochet, 1 we've already done, so 2 more. Now again chain 1, skip 1 and 1 double crochet. Now we'll be doing it 3 times because this we have reached the other corner. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and now you have 3 stitches. This is the chain part, which is also considered as a stitch. So we will be making 3 double crochet here now in each of the stitch. So 1 double crochet in each of the last 3 stitches. So that's how we complete 1 row. Where you see we have started making the pattern. Now this is actually middle of the net pattern but beginning of the flower. So we have done with the first row, and in the second row we will start the flower pattern. So we'll be making this petal here. So how we will go about it? Now to start the next row, chain 2 and turn your work, and as usual, because this edge has 3 double crochet, so we'll do 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now we will have 2 empty squares. So the same thing, 1 double crochet, and you will be making chain 1 and 1 double crochet over this double crochet of the previous row. So 1 square above the square. So again chain 1 and double crochet over the double crochet. So now we will have this filled up square. So what we will do is, in this chain space we will do 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the next stitch, that is over this double crochet. Now we will be doing the petal portion, the first petal. So we will chain 5 here. So instead of chain 1, now we chain 5, and now we will double crochet, skip this stitch and double crochet in the next one. Again in this chain space, 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet over this double crochet. So you get this pattern here. When you will do your next row, this will be stretched over like this, and you will get the petal shape. So now we will have this 3 empty squares. So 3 empty squares will have this portion. So what we will be doing is repeating the same thing, chain 1 and double crochet over the double crochet. Now we will have the square pattern. So in that we will be making squares like this, chain 1 and double crochet over the double crochet of previous row. So you will have square over the square. Now we will have to make a 1 filled up square. So double crochet in the chain space and a double crochet in the next stitch. Now since this will be again another flower, so this flower petal will have 5 stitches here, 5 chain. So chain 5 and double crochet in the next stitch. So you have to skip 1 stitch and double crochet, and in this chain space again you double crochet, and over the next stitch you make 1. Now again you will have 2 empty squares like you had in this edge, this side of the edge. So same thing will be on the other side as well. So chain 1 and double crochet, chain 1, and now because this is the end of the row, so we will have 3 double crochet, 1 each in the last 3 stitches. So after row 2 you have the flower pattern, and you see you start making your petals here. So now we reach the row 3, which will have 2 petals. So let's see how. Chain 2, turn your work, and 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and this time we will have 1 empty square in this pattern. You see here we have 1 empty square and then 1 filled up square and 2 petals. Let's see how we make it. So 1 empty square, which means chain 1 and 1 double crochet over the double crochet. Now filled up square is again double crochet in the chain space and double crochet over this stitch. Now what we have to do is we have to somehow stretch this portion. So we chain 3 and you do a single crochet in this chain 5 portion. So how we do it is we insert the hook in this chain 5 and yarn over from this side, and then we do 1 single crochet in this chain 5 portion. So chain 5, chain 3, single crochet, again chain 3, and you do 1 double crochet here. You have to leave these 2 stitches, and in this 3rd double crochet you will do your first one. Next, in this chain space, 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the next stitch, which is over this double crochet. Now again we have 1 empty square, so chain 1 and double crochet over the double crochet of previous row. So you have 1 more square here. Now in the chain space we double crochet and double crochet in the next stitch. Now again we have reached this portion, so we will be doing chain 3, single crochet in this chain 5. You insert the hook in this portion, in this space, chain 5 space, pull up the loop and then you single crochet it. Now chain 3 and double crochet in the third stitch here. Now in this chain space, 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet over this stitch. Now we have 1 empty square, so that means we have to chain 1 and we reach the last 3 stitches, so we'll have 3 double crochet, 1 in each stitch. So you see we start getting this, get the shape of the flower, but as you go ahead in the next row, you'll see that this will again be pulled up. So we chain 2 and turn the work and make the edge by doing 2 double crochet here. Now this time we don't have an empty square on the edge. You see we have reached the 4th row, so here we don't have, so continuously we'll be doing 5 double crochet. So this is chain 2 and then 4 double crochet. So we have already done 2, so in this chain space we do 1 double crochet and in the next stitch 1 double crochet. So now what we have to do, we have to join in this portion, and because this is very far from this, so this time what we'll do is chain 4 and single crochet in this gap, first single crochet. You insert your hook like this, pull up a loop through this space and single crochet, and now over this single crochet of the previous row we do 1 more single crochet and another one in this space. So through this space you pull up a loop and do a single crochet. Now again chain 4 and double crochet in this last stitch here, this, you know, this group of 3 stitches. So in this 3rd double crochet you do 1st double crochet of the set, in the chain space you do 1 more, and in the next stitch you have 1 more. So you see we did like this, and now we have reached the next flower. So we don't have an empty square in this row, so directly we will be joining the chain with the center of this flower. So chain 4, again single crochet in this space, so insert hook, pull up a loop and a single crochet here, then 1 single crochet over the single crochet of previous row, and in the next space 1 more single crochet. Now again chain 4 and double crochet in this 3rd double crochet here. And since we didn't have any of the empty squares in this row, so we had 5 double crochet on this side, so this side also will have 5 double crochet. So in each of the next stitch we do 1 double crochet. So now chain 2 and turn your work, and we reach the next portion. Now here you see we have reached the center of the flower, and now we'll be decreasing it. So we're in this row we'll have 2 petals, in the next we'll have 1, and that's how we'll be closing the flower. So now we'll do 2 double crochet to make the edge. Now one empty square here, so chain 1 and skip 1 and double crochet in the next stitch. So now we have one empty square, and now what we'll do is we do 2 double crochet in this chain 4 portion. So we do 2 double crochet here and we get a filled up square. Now in this portion we did 2 double crochet. So now we do chain 3 and 1 single crochet in the middle single crochet. You had 3 single crochet in the previous row, so in the second one, that is the middle one, we will do 1 single crochet here, chain 3 and double crochet in this portion, which is actually the petal of the flower. So 2 double crochet here in this space and third double crochet in this over this stitch, so in the first double crochet of the previous row. So you see, you start and you get this pattern here. Now we have to have one empty square here, so chain 1 and skip 1 stitch and double crochet in the next. Now 2 double crochet in this space, so you insert your hook, pull up a loop through this space and you do a double crochet here. Now again chain 3 and we do 1 single crochet in the middle single crochet of the previous row. We had 3 there. Now again chain 3 and 2 double crochet in this space. Two double crochet we did in this space, and the third one we'll be doing over this double crochet. So you have this pattern here. Now you have 2 filled up squares on the edge of this flowers and 1 empty square in between. Now again we will have 1 empty square here, so chain 1, skip 1 stitch and double crochet in the next, and now we have reached the end, so we'll have 2 more double crochet, 1 in the each of the next stitch. So that's how we complete this row as well. So you see, we get the flower here, and now we are left with just 1 row to complete this pattern. Well, actually 2 rows, because one will be completing this portion and this portion will give it a proper shape. But this row is actually a repeat of your first row. So anyway, we chain 2 and turn our work, and then we edge by making double crochet in the 2 next stitches. So now we will have 2 empty squares here, so chain 1, 1 double crochet in this stitch, again chain 1, skip this stitch and double crochet here. Now in this space, this portion, we'll have 2 double crochet. Like this. Now we have 1 space here, so chain 1 and 2 double crochet in this space. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's how you get the flower here. You see, now when you will do your next row, this will be more clear. Otherwise you may feel that this is getting very clumsy here. but wait till you do your next row. So now we have some empty squares here, the 3 empty squares. So chain 1, skip this stitch, double crochet over the next, chain 1 and leave this space, double crochet over the next stitch, chain 1, leave this stitch, double crochet here. And now we do 2 double crochet in this space. So here, again chain 1 and 2 double crochet in the next space. So 2 double crochet in this space and 1 double crochet over this first stitch. And now we will have 2 empty squares like we had on this edge. So chain 1, skip this stitch and double crochet in the next one, again chain 1, and you already have the square here, so double crochet in the next stitch, and this is the edge, so we'll have 3 double crochet in the end. So here we complete this row, and you see the pattern. Now we have started getting now we'll do one more row and you'll understand how it will look like exactly. So but this row is actually a repeat of your first row. So chain 2, turn your work, 2 double crochet, now we'll have 3 empty squares. So chain 1, double crochet over the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet over the double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch and double crochet over this. Now you do 1 double crochet in this space. So you had this chain 1, so we will be doing 1 double crochet here and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Now you get the proper shape of this flower. So now we'll have 5 empty squares here, and you know the procedure: chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet over the double crochet of the previous square. Now we have again reached this portion, so we'll have 1 double crochet in this space and 1 double crochet over this stitch like this. Now we'll have 3 empty squares as we had in the beginning of the row. And the edge, there is 2 double crochet in the end. So we get this pattern here, and now you see this looks like this. That's the same as we have done here. So when you make this row, you will see the actual shape of the flower. This you get. So you can make it as wide as you want. You just have to remember the formula: multiples of 12 plus 3 and then the edge. If you want a wider edge, you can add more stitches to it, but in this case we had 2 stitches on each end for the edge. So that means 12, multiple of 12 plus 3 and plus 4 for the edges. So you have to repeat the same these 7 rows to get your desired length, whatever you want. You can make a scarf, a 2-flower scarf with this pattern as I have shown. If you want a wider one, you can add more flowers to your pattern, and this is a very popular pattern. So you can make shawl like I have made this one, and you can make blankets also, baby blankets also, and the scarf as I have shown you. So this pattern is a versatile thing, and you can use it in a lot of things. So I hope you like the pattern. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe my channel for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.